So welcome back to another episode of the RTG here on the channel. We are gonna play some Division 4 action and we're using a brand new 4-3-3 that I found over on ECSBC, the squad builder over there. It is a pro player called Jbrown that created a tactic and put it there. And I think we're gonna jump straight into it, right into some Division Rivals action. Let's get to it. Okay, so I'm playing my first 5-back. This guy is running a 5-2-1-2. With Openda. People say Openda is crazy. Look at Openda. Oh no! Wow. Uh-oh, I got cooked. No, oh no, goalie. Oh. I get cooked. I do the block, but the goalie actually fucks me over. Hey, penal, let's go. Oh, Openda through. Great save. So the thing about this tactic, especially on defense, you need to be super aggressive, because the moment your opponent has the chance to go like over the top with a through ball, you're gonna really get exposed. So you need to have a lot of like manual switching. You have to be super aggressive with the player you're controlling. I'm pretty much just cooking myself with... I'm trying to play out from the back, and it's, yeah. I got cooked. Cooked. Nice. Oh! That is so close. This guy is living dangerously and getting bailed out by the game. And he comes on a... That is... Wow. Talking about getting bailed out. What a save! Let's go! I couldn't control my player. They like disabled the input of my... What? I was trying to switch player and also move my player, and it didn't respond at all. What is going on? I mean, he might have scored either way because it was a corner kick glitch header, but just the fact that I couldn't control anything, it makes it worse. You know what I mean? We did get outplayed 4.4 against 1.2 for us, so we move ahead, and we have to try to make this tactic work. It is a little bit difficult to create chances, so at least we got to experience how it is to play against a 5-back, and it was so difficult to break down the middle. Extremely difficult, especially with this formation. I think it's like a 4-3-3 with one striker. It's probably a little bit too... It's too weak, you know what I mean? I think what you might have to do when you face a 5-back, you probably have to rely on a target striker and maybe just pumping crosses into the box. go. Come on. Oh my god, I got a total brain fart on that pass with Ta. I was thinking, I have no idea what I was actually thinking there about. I pressed the wrong button. Oh, come on. This match is bonkers. It's super quick tempo both ways all the time. This is a golazo! Let's go! This is freaking fun FIFA. Non-stop, back and forth. Hey, hey, hey! Look at this. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Let's go! Holy smokes. I don't think I've scored a goal like that ever in FIFA. What a game so far. I mean, this guy obviously not playing a 5-back, so it's a little bit easier to attack. But my god, it's back and forth all the time. You see the huge disadvantage with this tactic? It's a little bit too aggressive, too attacking minded. Because we are so close to conceding a chance, like almost on every attack. And I really need to hit the tackles. If I try to go for a tackle and I miss it, I'm toast, because you only have like 1 or 2 defenders left. It's really annoying. You see some of my players on defense, they are just jogging backwards. No intensity in the... Wow. No intensity in their press at all. Getting cooked on the manual defense here. I'm getting absolutely cooked because I'm being forced to do manual tackles because of the positioning of my players. And I'm not even close to tackling. It opens up the space in defense like crazy here. Go! It's 65th minute, 7-6. What the hell? Oh my god, hooked again. Cool. I guess this highlight reel is gonna, from this match only, is gonna be like 10 minutes. I put on Marcus Thuram, by the way. Here we go, Nkunku. That should do it. That has to do it, probably. 90 plus 1. Yeah, there we go. We got it. Holy shit, what a game. Let's have a look at the stats for this one. It's actually not that crazy. 5.3 and 4.4, so we pretty much score like double the amount. 17 goals in total. So a couple of things we learned in the previous game. You can do these like lofted through balls with Joshua Kimmich, and they are going to be really good. And number 2, Marcus Thuram off the bench, or maybe in general as a starter as well, looks really good as a striker. We have to try some kind of tactic where we start him up top. This guy has Alaba, Danjuma, Pedro Gonçalves. You don't see him too often. Nice, Nkunku. I love having a player running up like that from the midfield. I can sense like a momentum shift in the game. Our players are suddenly not making runs. Maybe he did some adjustment to his tactic, forcing that, but really noticeable. There's no way! There we go. Like, perfect perfect plan there. Just 2 shitty finishes and then the bad angle shot, and you know, just the way I planned it. Look at that pass. Our defense is just, I mean, what is happening? They are not even reacting to the through ball. There we go. I was about to consider putting on Thuram, but yeah, he paused the game, so maybe we'll do it anyways. To see if we can threaten the space behind the defense. And I'm gonna put on Selma Baka as well, to try to cross the ball. But it's so disheartening to know that your defense is so shitty. Like, Trent is literally just giving up there. For some reason, Trent is not even reacting. We are getting absolutely smoked here. Like playing without a defense, actually. That is really concerning about this allegedly pro tactic. I mean, obviously, if you're a pro, you can compensate for this, you know what I mean? But a casual like me is gonna struggle so much. At least the offense is good. That's the good part about the tactic. Offense is solid, defense is really up to your personal skill level, to say it that way. Here we go. Selma, let's go. Get in front, Marcus. In front, Marcus. Bam! No! Okay, so we win another absolutely insane match. Back and forth. Marcus Thuram being the key component of the bench as a super sub. So look at the expected goals. Pretty much the same thing as the previous match. Just that we didn't score the crazy amount of goals. Although 9 goals is still pretty crazy. I mean, it might also be that the players I have in defense here are not optimal for playing. You have only Jonathan Tahir on ++. The other guys don't have the plus on their defense. That could be the reason why, especially Trent, who's just lurking around, walking around. I also felt like Aursnes at left back also was doing that. So maybe it's better with the right type of players there. I would say though the offense generally looked very good, but it was very reliant on Joshua Kimmich and the over-the-top ball, especially when you play against established defense, because you're not getting that much like movement from your attackers. They can be a little bit like stagnant and stand too much still without moving. So Kimmich, really important to have a player there with the over-the-top ball, really helps. Nkunku there is pretty much going to be second striker, coming on those runs that you saw all game. Garcia was okay, I guess. Didn't notice him specifically. But you can also see the wingers. We have wingers who also don't have the plus or plus. It might be even better with suitable wingers here. Although Rashford, I felt like Rashford was okay. Bailey was also okay, nothing special really. Navarro was good in the matches he performed in, and then we had Thuram off the bench. Of course, he was also really good. Fundamentally, it looks like good tactics. It has a lot of promise. The defense has to be shored up, and I think the way to go about that is doing the things I said. Put on players, and I think we're going to try that in the next episode. I think we're going to continue with tactics. We're going to adjust the starting 11 to see if it helps having better, more suited players in this setup. But that is the first thing you should do. Just make sure your defense has plus or plus every position there. And I mean, generally, you would like as many as possible on plus or plus. Unless you're a pro, it doesn't matter that much, to be honest. If you're a pro, you're gonna cruise through every division anyways. But I think, yeah, it did show a lot of promise. Really nice attacking movement whenever we have a counter. And that is really helpful to have the right type of players. So you can see on Nkunku that he has the plus role, the Shadow Striker plus. The type of runs he was doing was really good. He made the runs he was meant to do. And that is why I try to emphasize here, it's super important to have that on your players. Maybe the wingers here are going to do even more if you have like plus or plus on those. So that's going to be the summary. If you watched the entire video, thanks so much for tuning in for episode 2 of The Road to Glory. I will see you in the next one with a different starting 11. The same tactics. We are going to continue the grind. See if we can make this work. See if we can reach Division 3 before the weekly update. So take care, guys. See you later.